Hey y'all, iRick Sky here, and I've still got the Mavic Air in my hands, and I'll go back and reiterate that the Mavic Air at the time of posting this video is my favorite drone ever. That's everything, everything I've flown, this is my favorite drone. Now, again, this is the little case that it came in, and it's not waterproof, it's not ruggedized, but in certain scenarios it's convenient just to be able to pop it out of that. Mavic Air is great because it's just so easy to open up. You unfold it. Again, something that is not a problem, but it's something I will continue to comment about until DJI addresses this within an upcoming Mavic Air or the upcoming Mavic Pro 2. These little legs that pop down, they're easy to forget to pop down. I wish there was some sort of intelligence built into the Mavic Air that would remind the pilot before they crank the engines to, well, not the engines, but the motors, because they're electric motors. But before they crank the electric motors to say, hey man, we can't crank because, the landing gear is not down. Something like that. These are also important because they have antennas inside of them. Again, not complaining, but I like to keep everything very fair and very honest on this channel. And that's something that has continued to disturb me, although this is, without a doubt, my favorite drone on the market today. The other mild complaint that I have, the other minor complaint rather, is this little piece. It's semi-transparent. I wish they had made this a bright neon color and just a solid color, reminding the pilot that this cannot be flown with. The drone should not be turned on with this attached. Because when you power on your drone, when you power on your Mavic Air, the gimbal initializes. And if this is on, when you power on your Mavic Air, it could potentially damage the gimbal and or camera. So, to make things better, they would make this a very bright color that's solid and not semi-transparent. And they would incorporate some sort of mechanism, just like with this, where if your landing gear is not down, if your gimbal guard's not on, you can't power on the Mavic Air motors. That's definitely an enhancement they need to make. As far as everything else, the obstacle avoidance sensors in the front right here that are it's kind of an indentation. That's a minor complaint that I have, because when you fly, when you store your Mavic Air, it's easy for a small amount of dust and or other debris to enter that camera area. And if it does, it can cause, and actually I've got a piece of dust in there right now, it can cause obstacle avoidance alarms even though there's nothing there. It's just because you've got a little piece of debris that's lodged in there. Not a major problem. I've encountered it maybe once or twice during flying, and you can't control what's in the air. I mean, there's bugs, there's all kinds of stuff buzzing around. But it would be nice if there wasn't an indentation there, so that these would be easier to wipe off after landing, or before flight rather. Same is the case for the two rear obstacle avoidance sensors. And the bottom ones, there's these two in the middle that are flat and easy to clean. But then again, on the sides right there, there's a couple of them that are, there's an indentation, so it presents the same challenge. My first review of the Mavic Air, I was complaining about this back door. The back door where you've got your USB-C and where you've got your micro USB card. And I said, man, this thing's hard to get open, I feel like I got to use a tool. But magically, after a few weeks of use, and now it's been many months of use, this door just pop opens effortlessly. So that's no longer an issue, at least for me, but in the beginning it was an issue. So that's an issue that corrected itself over time. The propellers. I want to go and tell you that these propellers are the original propellers that I attached to the Mavic Air. Now obviously, if you've been a subscriber of iRick Sky's Adventure channel, youtube.com/iRickSky, you know that I've been flying drones since Phantom 1. So I've done Phantom 1, Phantom 2, Phantom 2 Vision Plus, Phantom 3 Pro, Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Pro, Mavic Pro, and obviously now the Mavic Air, which is my favorite drone on the market today. Not just because it's the newest drone, but again, it's the best drone. Size and weight, the camera performance, the 4K video with the HDR, the high dynamic range, looks absolutely incredible. And it just makes me question what's going to be next from DJI. I mean, if they can get such incredible 4K video performance with HDR, high dynamic range, from such a small camera, what's next? And I think DJI is intentionally holding off. I mean, you've released something that is so outstanding. You know, why release something else when this is the best drone on the market today? So hopefully when they do release something else, whether it's the Mavic Pro 2 or the, I don't know, I'm still on the fence. Do you think we will see a Phantom 5? Or do you think DJI is going to discontinue the Phantom line and stick solely to Mavic Air and the Mavic Pro? Or maybe they'll discontinue the Mavic Pro and make the Phantom more of a pro-level drone, and then make the upcoming Mavic Air more of a pro-level pocketable drone, and then keep the Spark as the fun toy drone. Not a toy. These are not, I slipped up and said that. Drones are not toys. They are aircraft. And every pilot should always be responsible and meet or preferably exceed all safety requirements when flying a drone. So yeah, this thing, I mean, I have been so stoked. I continue to, anytime I take this out, even after this many months, whenever I take my Mavic Air out to fly, I just get this good warm and fuzzy feeling because it feels so good. It's just so well designed. It provides such a quality flying experience. And these batteries, and this is something I'm gonna rip on people, like, hey man, those batteries, the battery life is horrible, dude. You know, you don't want the Mavic Air because the battery life's not that good. And I will continue to reiterate that out of one battery for the Mavic Air, and currently I have 4 batteries, out of one battery for the Mavic Air, I can consistently get over 15 minutes of flying time. So in real world situations, I typically get closer to 19 minutes, you know, give or take a minute or two. But I always have gotten 15 minutes. So that's 3 videos. I can film one cut of a YouTube video, which is usually 5 minutes in duration or less. If I mess up, I can film it again, and that puts me to the 10-minute mark, or, you know, right around there. And if I really mess up, I can film it a third time, all with one battery. So that's plenty of flying time for me. And obviously I fly line of sight to be safe and responsible. So, you know, I don't need that extended battery life to go out and come back, because I'm always flying line of sight to be safe and responsible. So, you know, and I think that's where there's a lot of comments about people, man, it's like the Mavic Air's battery life is horrible, dude. You don't want a Mavic Air because of the battery life. I think that's where those comments are coming from, are from people that are not adhering to the regulations, and they're going too far. And then that's when the battery life comments are coming into play. Because if you're flying line of sight to be safe and responsible, more than likely, I mean, unless you're trying to film some extended duration videos, more than likely this battery life for the Mavic Air is going to be more than acceptable. I will say the DJI Spark, the battery life on it was a little bit too little. But the Mavic Air is fine for me. Would I want more battery life? Of course, because then there's more time in the air that I can have without having to change batteries. But for me, it's not something that prohibits the ability to capture awesome YouTube videos. So yeah, Mavic Air, again, favorite drone, my favorite drone on the market today. Check the link within this video's description, because you can find the Mavic Air, all the different colors, all the different bundles, cases, accessories, and a whole lot more. So appreciate your viewership, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It's youtube.com /IRIXGuy. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IRIXGuy here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. Thank you.